Guys, today I'm talking to you about how the human body can do absolutely anything under the sun. There are millions of men and women over the course of human history who have mastered their bodies, meaning they have also mastered their souls, because you have to master your soul to master your body. And these men and women have made their bodies run at 100-mile-an-hour speeds. They have enabled their bodies to jump thousands of feet. They have enabled their bodies to fly. They have enabled their bodies to dematerialize and rematerialize, teleport, speak telepathically. You name it, these men and women have done it. And part of what Jesus did, Jesus mostly came to bring salvation and love, but one of the things that he also did that many religions believe was he was sent to do was to show us what we could do with our bodies if we believed in God and set our minds to it. Now, the women who did these miracles are often not heard about because women have been oppressed for the last 8,000 years. I mean, you want to talk about a gender being passed over. For the last 8,000 years, women have been passed over. Now, there were times in the very ancient world, like Atlantean culture and Egyptian mystery school culture, where women were highly regarded. Women were revered, At the Oracle at Delphi, they were revered. But again, these cycles, guys, if you don't give your life to Christ, and if you don't get over vengeance, if you don't get over bitterness, cycles just continue, guys, where one group gets on top, then another group gets on top. Like, I, as an African American, I'm not interested in African Americans being on top. What is that? I'm interested in the earth finally getting to the egalitarian, horizontal nature of being that we're supposed to be at, where no one's on top. That's the goal, guys. The goal is that no one's on top. Everyone's on top. Not that a particular gender or sexual orientation or, culture or nation or anything is on top. That's why comparison and competition are not necessarily all that positive things, because they get us to try and be on top of each other or higher than each other. And which is greater, guys? To compare yourself with infinity and strive for infinity, or to compare yourself with some guy who smokes cigarettes and be better than the guy who smokes cigarettes? So, the whole point of this video is just to let you know that the human body can do anything. I mean, there are yogis in this book that I read, All About the Yogi, and there are lots of books like this, where these guys can stop trains with their minds. They can teleport from mountain to mountain. I mean, they can do just about whatever they want to do with their bodies. And women can do the same thing. It's just that women have been passed over and you never hear about them. And there are people right now in our culture who can jump 1,000 feet high in the sky and be fine. Why don't we hear about these people? Because they're so evolved that they don't care anything about publicity at all. Like, I make these videos, so I must want publicity on some level, I don't claim to be as evolved as these super people who can do these super things. I want to one day be like these super people. I really do want to one day be like these super people. I want to be a scalpel in God's hands, man. I want God to use me to heal people mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually of anything at will. I want to inspire the human body with my very energy to heal itself. But right now I'm a messenger, and as a messenger I've got to be heard, so I'm trying to be heard, But these amazing imams, these amazing Christian leaders like John G. Lake and Smith Wigglesworth, these guys don't care about publicity or being heard or being seen or that kind of stuff. That's why you don't hear about them, because it's just not important to them. They just they're so humble and they're so just like evolved that they just do what they do, and it's just natural, and they just jump 1,000 feet and they just teleport from place to place. There are people on this planet right now who can teleport from place to place. And I know you're gonna say, "Oh, he's mental health diagnosis. He's crazy." Well, you can believe me or you can not believe me, but I'm just telling you that people on this earth right now that we're living in can do these amazing things. The things that you see in comic book movies like the Avengers and like the X-Men, people are doing stuff like that right now as we speak. They just don't seek out the publicity because they don't want to make a show, they want to make an impact. And oftentimes there's a trade-off between making an impact and making a show. So I'm making a show about them so that maybe one day you can be one of them making an impact and not making a show. I remember I asked my daughter if she wanted to do a live stream YouTube video with me, and she's so evolved. My oldest daughter, my youngest daughter are so evolved. They're both like, "Well, Dad, I just don't know if I want to be on YouTube." They're going to be one of these people who are doing these amazing miracles. My daughters will be. I'll be talking about it, but they'll be doing it. Because they're like, "Well, Dad, I just don't know if I want to be on YouTube. I'm just not sure if it's for me." I love my kids. So, the human body, guys, can do anything that you set your mind, heart, and will to do. And believing in God and Jesus makes it more likely that you'll do these things. So go for it, guys. Athletes are an example that God gives us of what the human body can do with dedication. And athletes are amazing. But add faith to dedication, and you've got super. Let me say it again. Faith plus dedication equals super. Remember that formula, guys. Anything under the sun. Running 100 miles an hour. Jumping 1,000 feet. Teleporting. Healing the sick at will. Stopping trains with your minds. Moving objects without touching them. You can do all these things with faith in God, faith in yourself, and faith in humanity as general, and dedication. I know a man who can speak telepathically at will. That's how powerful he is. He still needs Jesus, but he's a very powerful man. They're out there, guys. They just don't publicize themselves. These super people who can do these super things are out there. They just don't say it. They just don't boast about it. And if you do it and you boast about it, power to you. Do it. If you can do these things and you make it known that you can do these things, power to you. So I'm not saying you have to be clandestine to be super. I'm saying you have to have faith, you have to have dedication, and you have to have purpose to be super. When you have faith, dedication, and purpose, superpowers await you. The human body can heal itself. The human body can break itself down molecularly and reconstitute itself molecularly. The human body can travel at speeds of light. The human body can do just about anything under the sun. If you're willing to have a dedication to stir up that 100% of your brain that we supposedly don't use, and if you have a dedication to let God consume you, and if you have the faith of, as Jesus said, a mustard seed, you can do whatever you want with your human body. God bless. This is Captain Kirk signing off.